Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting Propagandacast from me, host Imperial Dane, the one and the only master propaganda hero, like defender of the Funland. Here with my co-host Basil, the Propaganda Cat, making a lot of noise. Off here to a 1v1, yes, Basil, a 1v1 on Crossroads. Yes, Basil. Yes, Basil, I was about to say that. We got old mate in the south here fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here with the 17th SS Panzer Grenadier Division Götz von Blichen with German infantry featuring the 250-1 half-tech veteran squad leaders, stormtroopers, assault and hold, and fragmentation bombs. In the north is Barbarossa, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Here with the 3rd Armored Division featuring Rifle Company with EC8s, rifle and defensive structures, advanced infantry equipment, M3 half-tracks, and the white phosphorus smoke barrage. We got Grenadier 42 versus double rifleman start there. And as always, no, Basil, you're not supposed to take my hand, as always as well. But as always, big thanks to my page supporters, champions and heroes, one and all. Without them, this episode would not be possible. So big thanks to all those. Other people can join their illustrious rank by pledging on Patreon, or they can donate by PayPal, make me and Basil much more happy. Particularly Basil, maybe he'll attack my hand less. But anyways, links in the description for that. And finally, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, all up. We got the first engagement here, Pioneers, with MP40s backed up, the Infantry going here, the Rifle Squad needs here as Barbarossa looks to defuse and disrupt old mate's early fuel income here. Pioneers down in just one man, Ludwig forcefully behind the corpses of his comrades there in the dirt of France here. Normandy, perhaps, yes. Basil savagely attacking my sweatered hand. Second squad must then for old mate. The MD42 is being swarmed here. Old mate, ow! It's going to have to know choice here, but to retreat here as Barbarossa commits more force, of course. Bit risky in some ways if this backfired. Obviously, there's be a huge swing there for old mate, but because it is working out so well, it's actually a pretty huge advantage. They're going to see the MD42 going to get wiped. You're going to steal here, turn it against old mate here. And the MD42 is going to recruit here now and has to retreat and hope he doesn't lose it again because the Rifle Squads up close do pack a hell of a punch. Second is going northwards there, but that is a really strong side of Barbarossa against old mate and the German arm. And the 17th SS has definitely been given a bit of a bloody nose and out the early game here. Could you let go, Basil? Could you? Ow, fuck. Apparently not. Ow. Let go. Anyways, 3rd Rifle Squad out for Barbarossa, freedom and democracy. The 17th SS was a air quote volunteer SS Panzer Division made up of ethnic Germans from Hungary and Romania. Though they had very little training by the time the fighting began in Normandy. Some had maybe weeks, others had months, but crucially, the division never really had any training on a sort of larger scale, so there were issues there with coordination. That's not to say they didn't have any veteran elements at all, but those were actually from the 9th and 10th SS Panzer Divisions, providing their armoured reconnaissance battalions. Fun fact. Anyways, so far here, old mate Barbarossa clashing out. Then, Barbarossa's just off to a strong start. He's securing both viewpoints. He can possibly snowball very fast into some light vehicles and tanks here, which is going to be a hell of a challenge for old mate to deal with alongside his German troops here. Almost that set though. Barbarossa here definitely makes a bit of a mistake, and he is not punished for this. Wow, it's really damn close though. Really damn close. Talk about something spectacular. And here we go, old mate with a double MD42 opening here. Bit of rare one there. Bit of rare one. Has its advantages, but also its disadvantages. Definitely requires, some solid machine gun handling. But in the right player's hands, it can be quite good. So we got the mechanized command post, the lieutenant there, of course, already out. Going to reinforcing, bunker up. Is he taking up himself? No, he's going to need to take up rapidly here versus Barbarossa. So yeah, definitely rough start here for the Germans, and definitely could have been made a bit easier if gotten that wide bin, but Barbarossa's luck there came through. Routes going westwards there. We got some S-mines here. Thumbs up there to old mates. Going to make it hard for the Americans to rush at the fuel point there. Also just very rare, so the American player in fact may not expect it to this degree, despite being fairly obvious, unlike any other mine in the game. Got the bunker there done. Okay, apparently going for the full minefield. I would have just figured maybe some patches, but apparently old mate is going for the full Monty there. Got the second 14 ready, coming the car 20 for now. No tech yet here for old mate. I think he wants to get that going soon here versus Barbarossa. Barbarossa at this rate is already speeding towards the Stuart light tank here, which is going to be a significant headache for old mate to deal with. But there you go, fully S minefield here with the Sprengmine as they're known, or as the American called it, bounding mines. Going for the reactions there. Pushing on the centre. Grabbing the road point there. Racing charging grenading before coming in there. Old mate looking to basically just extend steadily with map control against the Americans using 2 machine guns. Flamethrowers on the way, as of course he has gone for rifle company. And take on the way the old mate in the east here, rifle moving to the MQ-42 field. And of course with the S-mines it becomes difficult for Barbarossa to like just get to the fuel pump but also flank the MQ-42 in some ways. Like one mistake, the misclick could just send him into the S-mine field here. Going for the car point here, looking to disrupt the Americans' fuel in company again. We got 5 minutes to a light, taking Barbarossa by 5 minutes. It's like I'm fairly certain and fairly fast again. Partly again, it's just due to the map and just the map control Barbarossa had. So I mean, old mate who hasn't like, you know, just only now teched up, hasn't got the like to make it. I was going to head to deal with the Stuart before it's like even got an anti-tank weapon. That is obviously going to be a hell of a challenge here for old mate versus Barbarossa. I mean, the American player is clearly just, you know, lining up and just falling ahead. He's actually going for grenades. I would actually expect weapon racks, but certainly grenades also had quite a punch there, of course, on the offense, and Barbarossa clearly is playing offense. Pioneers are ready, getting a flammable effort of their own. Yeah, Veal burns those Americans, but why does it get panzers? They're not going to get panzers this fast. It's the Americans after all. They don't believe in speed, except as a local restaurant. Ralph squad setting out, then more races over Barbarossa. Might be planning more flamethrowers then. A bold strategy there, Stuart light tank out, and of course old mate has gone for the Pentagon's good choice in general, but I think under the current circumstances. Oh, smokescreen here. Oh, Barbarossa, you beautiful sneaky bastard. He actually used a smoke screen to cover up the assault. 2 thumbs up. Does not make the job easier for old mate though. But there you go, Ralph squad met with Pentagon with his assault rifle, find the rifle. There we go. He actually lands a white P. The Pentagon, as you can see there, pretty much stood for 4 of them, really highlighting the assault rifles really do pack a punch if you can get a shot in with them. That said again, old mate is in some deep sauerkraut here as Barbarossa and the 3rd Armoured Division keeps it up here. Stood viciously and vicariously engaging the old mate's retreating troops. No mercy here from him. This one's for the Alamo, sir! The Alamo was not the Germans. It wasn't? No. Oh. This one's for burning down the White House. That was the British, sir. Oh.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Clearing out the S-mines. Not a bad attempt though, old mate, though. Again, S-mines right place can be quite effective, but in this regard, though, Barbarossa was well prepared. But, you know, A for effort. Like to make an that's going to be a pack 40 because of he's got no real chance of stopping that Stuart. I mean, he could try for Panzer shakes, but honestly, that'd be such a waste of the Panzer guns at this point. He needs more infantry to like really pull the assault here versus the Americans. So that said, he's wise coming up the west side here. Even as he's tying down Barbarossa's main force in the east and sending the Panzers westwards, might in some ways be the best choice because they can more easily handle themselves on their own. Whereas the Grenadiers definitely need to support the MG-42s in the pack 40. Which is on the way fine for old mate here, but really strong study for Barbarossa. He's going for the ambulance now, does need some healing there. He did suffer a loss, so he may also want to play some of those troops, obviously, but otherwise, rushing ahead, it would also not be a bad idea here. Old mate pushing ahead, they're threatening the Stuart light tank with a Panzerfaust. Oh dear, we're really being caught with the Pioneers! Oh! Non-touch didn't go for the attack there, but oh, he was trying to think you steal it. And he was hoping like Barbarossa just be completely dumbfounded. It's like, wait, why are those crowds running at us? Why aren't they firing the flame from? Like just, you know, they jumped in there. But Barbarossa apparently caught his wits then about like, I think they're trying to steal our tank. That's not cool, man. Got the pack 40, got an armor card for old mate. After the roll's been a nice choice there personally, but here we are. Got the weapon action I have for Barbarossa.
Promotion just came through. Orders. Listen up, fellas. How can we?
Bit of quiet there as old mate is lining up for the next push. No veteran school leader upgrades there yet, but he definitely would benefit from some. Got the 2-2 out there for old mate and the German army. Barbarossa with the BARs and tech. Perhaps it's going to go for the major, the captain. Some might be tempted to go for the captain, but Barbarossa knows it's tank time. Gunneers Pioneers setting out there. Still got the Panzer out the west side here. Could also consider adding the support package to them, gives them the repair ability, but also the mark target ability, which is quite good. And we have to get a retreat here from Barbarossa, and the side of the armoured car, he decides he's got better places to be. Panzer pulling to the building, catching the lieutenant out in the open here with a Sturmgewehrs, shredding the lieutenant's men out in the open there. The lieutenant calls back his men there to the base. Realising there's no need to, die. Meanwhile, Barbarossa's engaging the left flank, and he's actually going for the machine gun bunker, looking to breach his way into open-made space. Barbarossa there continues being a very aggressive player. There go Grierson push back here. He looks to be flanking here, Barbarossa's force. They're moving in the pack. No, they're moving in the pack 40 from that angle. He should have probably gone for that one. But either way, though, we can see here, though, with the threat on the flank here, Barbarossa's taking no chance. He immediately begins hightailing the Stuart out. They're expecting the pack 40 on the flank, but it's not. Oh well, Pioneers there, basically with some mines in these. I'm guessing that's going to be a... Oh, that's Bart. Why I thought it was going to be a mine. Panthers and the Stuart light tank here. Ralph's getting too close. There you go. Panthers moving in and back up the armoured car and the Grenadiers. Ralph's caught there. Definitely needs to be careful. There you go. Assault Rifle's doing some heavy damage. Close going to mention one of the Panthers. We've got to get Baldeladnung on the retreat path. He didn't take the bait though, but if he had, that could have been a wipe. Even then, the Ralph's Court takes a lot of damage in the process from Old Mate. Could consider calling some stormtroopers here. Some assault infantry would be quite handy, I think, there. More Panzer Grenadiers could also do the trick, obviously. Almost got the Stuart here though, but with infantry moving in here, Old Mate is forced to retreat. He cannot finish off the Stuart or risk losing the pack 40 of the armoured car. Not necessarily guaranteed to get it. Major spotted there, routed, so of course Old Mate knows the heat is on. The Americans are coming after him with the tanks, and he's going for another Panzer Grenadier squad. 2 thumbs up to Old Mate. Now there's a man after my heart. Well, that he also went for stormtroopers, but Pantagons are great too. I think both Pantagons and stormtroopers are quite overlooked, but I think they are quite good. Unfortunately, the lieutenant here suppressing them. Pioneers laying down to Telamina, very good there. Flexible mine that could be used in a variety of ways, including as a very large grenade or satchel charge, in the sense of the fact they would use them at times versus the Soviets on the Eastern Front. Just chuck them in front of a Soviet assault and blow them up. So, armoured car, they're ready. Grenadiers, not actually ready. It's ready to get repairs, but it's not ready for combat. Spoke too soon there. Old Men, of course, want to take up soonish as well. The faster we get that some here versus Barbarossa, the best. And there you go, another smoke from here from Barbarossa. Beautiful there. Pretty much just machine gun out for the pack 40 John is one that allows the frame flow to close in. Very good tactics here by Barbarossa. He's also floating an awful lot of manpower. I definitely feel like he should replace his infantry losses here, or bring in a mortar or something else. I definitely feel like floating this much manpower. Right, here's a mistake. Pack 40 though gets us to a light tank here. Old Mate. Oh, Old Mate suffers a bit of an old ouch as he suffers a loss in the Infantry 2 crew here, and he has no way of recovering it as Barbarossa's men are too tightly circled around. The Panzers didn't do enough damage to either, and there you go. Barbarossa sees the MD-42 here from the German Wehrmacht. Armoured car is being rushed in to try and turn the tide. The second Panzer squad back up at the moving in there. No veteran squad is yet here for Old Mate. The Panzer Grenadier squad is being shredded here versus the double barred riflemen. Gotta be careful about those kind of attacks there. If he had upgraded them, he could at least pop the smoke grenade there, which is also very handy. But I do believe Old Mate is taking at least very good there. That's it. Barbarossa is very close to the EC8, but he is nonetheless, I feel like, committing a significant tactical and strategic error, or perhaps an operational level error, by not pushing some all that manpower into something there. Just floating so much manpower right now, definitely to me feels like a bit of a mistake here by Barbarossa, and definitely allows Old Mate to catch up and get more presence on the field. So while I get the desire to keep some resources afloat for the tank, that's only 380 manpower. That means he still has, 500 manpower to spare on other things. Like, for example, more infantry or support weapons. Another smoke again there, but the gunning squad about to get wiped out there. Narrowly saved up with aiming for 2 in the armoured car, but that was definitely too close for comfort there for Old Mate. Too close. Tech almost done. Panzers reinforcing. Other squad moving ahead. They're halfway to Veteran 2. EC8 is on the way to Barbarossa, and again he's got 500 manpower to spare still. Definitely should spend on something. Even fuel caches could be an idea. He just not be floating 500 manpower versus the Germans right now. Panzers pushing forward here. They're very close to 2 on those, and there you go. Rifkin off, landing a good hit there. Could give a chance for the Panzers to maybe wipe them out. Ooh, grenade off on them. They don't quite take the bait there. MD-42 is the Pioneers trying to get close enough with the flamethrower to fire it off here. They are close enough, but the suppression does mean the, shall we say, rate of fire on the flamethrowers in a sense slowed down. It is the time between bursts. Machine gun decides to fall back here. This is not enough to stop the Pioneer team here. As for Old Mate, he can soon build the tank, or Supomoco at least. He now to rush out Stuke here, the best east there. Go got the Brad Pit upgrading for Barbarossa, but still floating 600 manpower. That is definitely starting to become a bit of a worrying critique I have to constantly give here for Barbarossa. Okay, at least some of the manpower is now being spent on other things. Is it a fuel cache? Yeah, oh, it's a munitions cache. It wasn't a cache. Oh, it is a fuel cache, okay. So he definitely wants to like just churn out more tanks as the Germans, plus also make up for some of the fuel ration that Old Mate was able to inflict on him. Very good there for Old Mate. So Paul McCart there. Easy, it has been real, of course, alongside Brad Pitt. Punter going to be a gun, he's been forward. So we've got a light machine gun. Why not veteran squad leaders? That definitely is a bit of an odd one. That is definitely a bit of an odd one. Oh, there's a Paul McCormick down there for Old Mate. Pushing forward here, Betty 2, get by the Ladno. Same thing before 2 is suppressed. Around it. Hammond, Pack 40 shoots, could hit an EC-8 here. Pants fast off damaging the engine. West side moving up on the east side, could also push for the fuel point. In fact, I'm surprised Barbarossa's not been doing more here in the east versus Old Mate. Old Mate there with the Stuke 3G, realising he's probably just wants more armour right now. Plus, he does have like a fairly decent infantry force with the 2 Pants going to score to handle the infantry, so getting a Stuke here is, I think, in many ways a fairly solid idea. Plus, a Panther force with these here anyways is going to be significantly unfavoured, so having the Stuttgart says it's going to be a good move. Oh, kill marks. Never noticed those before. Nice little detail to that particular skin. Stuke 3G though, halfway done here for Old Mate. Note the 17th SS and most Panther divisions would have had a battalion of Stuks in their Panther Abteilung. Though in most cases they've actually been Stuke 4s rather than Stuke 3Gs. Little fun fair, eh? Where's the EC8 going for the Grenadiers here? The power of Brad Pitt compels them forwards. Troops moving westwards, and the east side got Ralph Court and the Infantry foot holding up here. Sturmgeschütz moving ahead here should add the panel mounted MD-32 in my opinion. An upgrade ship for the Panther Grenadiers or veteran squad leaders in the remaining Grenadier squad. At least they've got the Yamaka's Ralph Court, they've got Panther squad on the flank here on the retreat path. In fact, could have tried with the bomb grenade here, I think, on the right circumstance with the right prediction there, but still get some damage in. They almost watched one of the rifle squads, I guess, so that works out. Smoke screen again being deployed in the west if there's somebody see. Definitely got to commend Barbarossa on some fairly good active use of smoke during attacks here. 2 thumbs up again, like so rare to see an American player actually make use of smoke, despite having so many great sources of smoke, like their tanks. And there he goes pushing for the base undercover smoke here. Beautiful, like really. Can't commend Barbarossa enough. He's Stuke rustling in there, but with limited support here. Need those Panthers in to assist, particularly during the attack here, but the Panther Grenadiers are basically either on the other end of the map or on back of base, and this actually causes the Stuke's attack to go rather poorly off. It's not support here. If you get a Panther fast, but it's poorly timed. Pack 40 didn't arrive time either, so he can't help throwing away the Stuke in part because Barbarossa actually managed to crew the Pack 40 here from Old Mate. So Old Mate now has no anti-tank assets to stop these 8 there. So mismanaged Stuke combined with opponent ground the Pack 40 pretty much caused Old Mate to lose the Stuke without doing much with it at all. Definitely quite a blow there. He is wise enough going for another Stuke here, but again he needs to handle them a bit better. Machine gun bank on the left side of the base there still stands, but it's definitely closer that Barbarossa can start just wading into Old Mate's base. Though I'm surprised we're still not seeing much action. We got some S-1s down for Old Mate, very good. Still no veteran school leaders, anything else. And wiped the Panther Grenadier squad apparently. Forgot about that one, Mr. Old Mate. That's quite expensive. Good kill there for Barbarossa. But so far, no use of the command at all here, Old Mate. No use whatsoever. Bit disappointing. Got some telemines down there as well. Yup. I need to be careful about that. We got minesweeper teams coming about here. Second Stuke 3G ready here for Old Mate. I really should upgrade those Grenadiers. Another E8 here. I mean, things are just going to get more and more dire here for Old Mate. I mean, that's going to be 2 tanks versus 1 Pack 40 Stug. 3G. Not impossible, but certainly what you'd call a challenge. Got the Pack 40 ready here. If you can catch at least that one EC8, maybe bait into kill something that could work out there. Go Stug lands hit. We also got the gunnery mode there activated, which increases the range, but at cost of mobility. Okay, almost speak. There you go. In fact, the gun mode is actually biting him in the arse. It makes it easy for the Stug to just, like, you know, predict where it is and hit it. So he's almost got the EC8 here with the Stug. That's pretty good here. In fact, he's willing to finish it off here with Pentagunners and Grenadiers in support. Very good. Second EC8 ready here. Pursuing that EC8 with the Stug. Can he ram in time? Almost got. No, Stug misses. Stug misses. Shot bounces. Pentagon's going to bring to support here. He's committing nonetheless, though. He's willing to push out for Deutschland. Got Betty to the Raubsquad being mauled by the Pentagoners and the Grenadiers. Got the EC8. There we go. Raubsquad dropped. A bar dropped. EC8 charging at the Stug here. Could try to top heat shell there. Pantherfast off in the EC8. Where's the Pack 40? It's nowhere to be seen. Almost got the EC8 with the Stug. Stug that goes down. It's kaput, meine Herren. It is kaput. Pops out the crew. Must have been misclick. He's going to try and crush them? But they're going to try and Pantherfast it to death here. And he Pantherfast the EC8 to death here. Ending up being a 1 Stug for 2 EC8 straight. That is massive for Old Mate. That is humongous. He's still close to losing a lot of infantry and still needs to replace his losses. But still, getting rid of 2 EC8s definitely makes up for the loss of that earlier Stug too. Of course, would have been preferable if he hadn't lost his Stug, but in the end, if you sort of look at it from like a pure economics perspective, that's still pretty good. On the other hand, he suffered another infantry loss, which definitely casts a bit of a shadow there over earlier successes. He's in fact down to 2 infantry squads as opposed to 3, and again, they are heavily equipped with bars, so it's going to be a bit tougher there. We do have the Panthers already to 2 and could perhaps get to veteran 3, but Old Mate needs more infantry. Badly. We got 246 to 427 here. Armoured car rolling in. Pioneers charging forward here for Deutschland. Still hasn't upgraded that remaining veteran Grenadier squad. He really should add the Grenadiers with veteran squad leaders, in my opinion. Grabbing the MG42. That's his second MG42 Barbarossa makes off with. Panzer Grenadiers moving ahead here, supported by the armoured car, the combined arms, bonus and locks, making them faster and tougher to kill here. Very good there. Less good for the Americans. The gets suppressed by the other MG42. Old Mate here. Is he planning another Stug, or what is he planning? Maybe an Ostwind or Panzer IV? I don't know. Grenadiers flanking the MG42 though. Forcing retreat here. We got 235 to 427. Barbarossa is just so far ahead here. Old Mate is hanging on by a thread. But it's looking to be a very, very tough thread. Ostwind on the way here for Old Mate. Panzer squad there halfway to the east level. He's yet to use the commander at all though. That's a bit disappointing. So far at least. My god, that's Brad Pitt. Can I get his autograph? He's dead, Jim. Oh. Ostwind on the way there for Old Mate, so he's got to hope he doesn't get hit by an EC8, which he is. But on the end, the Ostwind can help heal the infinite support weapons, but he's going to need to Stug very fast, and he still needs more infantry. I mean, the mighty Panzer Grenadiers can't carry him that far, I think, on their backs. And he's going for another MG42 meanwhile. Ostwind forwards. Also got a second field catch. And we can see that Barbarossa's really just trying to push for more armor out here. Just really churning out those EZ8s and certainly adding some pressure to Old Mate. I think it's only really Old Mate's own aggression that's helping, like, you know, maintain some sort of like survivability against Barbarossa. There you go, bang grenade. Because clearly, oh, there we go. Almost got the MG42 and get his hands on it. That'd be huge here for Old Mate. There we go. Got one of the MG42s back, crewing it with Panzer Grenadiers. Armored cars, the reactions on the MG42 trouble with the flak Panzer, but there you go. This second EC arrives. The Panzer Grenadiers trying to get the MG42 safe. There's a huge swarm of riflemen with bars. Almost got the MD-42 as well there. He's got 2 MD-42s now, and Barbarossa's only got 1. But still, the challenge is upon him here from Barbarossa, who charges forward here for freedom and democracy. The E8 blazing through the tattered German lines of the 17th SS. Awesome to with infantry and heading eastwards towards Victor Point here. We got the MD-40 up around it though. Where's the Pack 40 though? Oh, there we go. Engaging the E8 head on. Punches cleanly through the front llama there. Austrian tanks with we got white phosphorus though being called in. Armored car gaining the ace. The Ralph squad almost wiped out here and narrowly survives. MD-42 crew being enveloped in noxious white phosphorus, burning their skin and their lungs. Very nasty stuff, that. Still not upgrading the veteran squad leaders. Not only saying a single storm squad, I mean, he's not used to command at all. Ralph squad then pushed back with the Ostwind. You got 166 with 127. Here's them being murdered here by the Ostwind. He's even got them bars now as well. That might have been from the dead unit that got wiped early up there. Which I'm guessing old mate then didn't get his hands on. Or maybe just didn't want it. I can't believe the Americans fight this is crap. And he's going for another MG42 now? I would have figured more infantry, but okay. Definitely would recommend more infantry. But old mate is clearly playing by a slightly different playbook. He's also closing in another Stug here, possibly. Marching in the center here, straight to the MD-42 that then backs off. Also moving out. MD-42 they're guarding the eastern point. First engage in the center here. Pioneers laying down mines covering another possible attack on the west side. The Barbarossa seems to have forgotten about that by now. There we go, undercover smoke makes another push here against old mate. Very good there by Barbarossa. More telemines, he's definitely concerned about a push here from Barbarossa. He's very concerned. Can go for Stug here in a few seconds. There we go, Stug 3G there for old mate. He retreats there very wisely. And the Eastern Lieutenant is met with intense violence. His name control to opening out there, forcing a full retreat there. These fuel cans are definitely providing Barbarossa with a lot of like tanks. He's got another EC on the way there. I mean, he's had like, that must be like his 4th, and like they cost like a fair bit there. Or roughly the same as a Panzer IV Moldier, though I would arguably say having much stronger performance there than that. And we got another Stug on the way. Got hit from the Pack 40 there, punched straight through the EC8 side armor. Shooting hit there. Pack 40 caught in the white phosphorus. Pack shoots, misses. Moving in the armored car, the Ostwind. He tries to turn a counter offensive against Barbarossa here. This maybe to just sort of shock him a bit. Then before to come the flank, he catches the right populations there, disrupting parts of Barbarossa's attack. In the center of the armored car is about to get knocked out. Second EC8 right around the corner for Barbarossa. Still could do with a bit more infantry, or at least some light artillery, like a mortar. But still pushing forwards once more, but is again met with intense violence here. Old mate is also pushing for Western Victor Point with the lone pioneer squad. The Stug 3G has arrived to support him. The EC8 is bailing out of there at a rapid pace as old mate pushes it forward again. He is driven by an aggressive spirit. They can still do with some infantry and, you know, maybe making use of the commander a bit. Back here, reinforcement healing for Barbarossa. Got 2 E-sets upgraded with the Brat Pit upgrade. Now they're going to do what they felt, mate. Could have gone for some Panzer Grenadier Stormtroopers. But at least upgrade this one with the veteran squad leader. He's got other plans here. He could also use Assault and Hold. There you go. All victory points there, more or less under control here of old mate. And the 17th Panzer Grenadier is shown. Very good. He's sitting out there. 2 kills, veteran 2-1. Almost on point there. You see, unfortunately into the Stuke. Good hit there. Armoured car fixed up there. Barway 17 kills these levels. He's been quite able to keep it alive then. Barbarossa can soon go for a third EC8. Stuke there. Got the pin machine ready. Thumbs up there to old mate. Shoots, misses the EC8. Plans to cover at least. Doesn't have the initial of the bomb grenade there. He's upgraded again with a light machine gun. No veteran squad leaders. Pan squad about to go up. Stuke with a damage engine. But looks like he might be able to bet into telemine here. That would be very helpful for old mate at least. Got his machine right there. Stuke shoots, misses. Needed rapidly fixed up here. Caught by the machine gun bunker. He will soon go for another Stuke. Austin being fixed up. And is in fact fixed up now. Not even veteran squad leaders for the Pioneers. He's got to 5. There he goes. Going to make an attack on the base. He's going to make a run. Oh my God im Himmel! They hit the telemine at the same time. Both suffering intense damage and engine damage. Talk about a golden opportunity here for old mate. That is catastrophic though for Barbarossa. 2 EC8s, 1 telemine. Wow, that's not something you see very often. I mean, that is insane tele value. Got 1 EC8 there kaput. 1 more to go. There we go. That's 2 EC8s down the drain. You had a third one on the way, but it won't matter now. 1 telemine just saved the German army's hide here in Normandy. Pearson's wiped as well. I mean, Barbarossa just went from, like, you know, strong position to suddenly facing down a possibility of losing now quite aggressively. Really, telemines are good, people. They're really good. Champions unleashed, but they're about to get wiped anyways. Ace level on the panels there near here, but there you go, he's moving in there. Whew. EC8 falling back here for Barbarossa. Grab me some pump MG42. In fact, you get 4 MG42s now. Yeah, Barbarossa's like CG just completely just went topsy-turvy there. That went pear-shaped at an incredible speed. Stuke the pursuing EC8 there, good shot there. 3 kills, close veterans on that Sturmgeschütz. On the west side here, Panzer caught by the Ralph Squad to have ace level. They still force retreat. Machine gun egg grab by the Grenadiers. Both equipped with light machine guns, so... I mean, so far he's not used the command at all, though. I do wonder... I mean, he probably had a plan, but I'm guessing Barbarossa's, you know, maneuvers here forced old mate to adapt, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I'd still like to see at least a Stormcrew squad. That would be neat. Got a Captain out of Barbarossa. This probably means he's way needs anti-tank guns now to like maybe turn the tide against old mate in the German army. Though that won't save him from another telemine disabling 2 tanks. But yeah, I think that has got to be like one of the most literal cases of mind win wars. Panther 4 there for old mate. Panther Kampfwagen 4 for Barbarossa, who's definitely a bit shocked and dismayed as to how the fight has gone. And how he's going to have to explain that one to Patton.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Sandbags up there, very good. Anti-tank gun out here for Barbarossa. Goes to the advanced intending for 2 there. Flak Panther has eventually 2 of 11 kills. That's very good there for the Germans. Let's go to the American infantry. Easy hit the land's a good hit. Barbarossa is on the west here. Defending the victory point, but not much else at this point. And the problem is Barbarossa does need to defend. He needs to attack. So there you go. Panther 4 ready for old mate. Good hit there from the Pack 40. straight through the Sherman's side armor. Goes bringing the Pantherfaust if an angle doesn't expect. Got more mines from ultimate by the way. Thumbs up. Pantherfaust needs its engine. Stu rolling through, bypassing the anti-tank gun. Oh, mate charges forwards heroically and fearlessly for Deutschland, going straight here for the EC. In fact, moving the Ost, then to deal with this anti-tank, trying to deal with the Stug here. Should, I think, pop the heat shell there to make it hard for the EC to return fire on the Stug. There we go. Got the EC-8. But the Panther for the wing to finish it off here. And with that, I think Barbarossa is in very dire straits. Now, it does recruit the anti-tank. The Ostman is just ceaselessly punishing infantry for existing in the face of German forces. Ostman is about getting knocked over the whole flank. Panther full flanking. Their pioneers getting shredded, but so are the Americans at a rapid pace that beggars belief here. They are dying in their droves. They are being massacred at this point. There we go. More units being annihilated. More men being wiped. It's a mountain of corpses draped in olive green outside of Barbarossa's base. Good lord. And there you go. Ace level Ostwind. Talk about a comeback and a turnaround here for old mate. Good golly, Miss Molly on fire.
Enemies are swarming one of our
I mean, he's obviously quit at some point here, but still, that is just brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely amazingly brutal. So there you go, GG, game over. That match was won by the Telemine that could be heard around the world. I mean, yeah. Remember to put down mines, ladies and gentlemen. Had Barbarossa laid down some mines, he might have always been in a better spot, but he didn't. Old mate did. And guess who won? So remember, kids, eat your breakfast, vitamins, and lay down your mines. And of course, remember to drink water. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. And of course, do consider donating or pledging to the Propagandacast Patreon. Links in the description. This is Imperial Link signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye.